For today's video, we will answer a math challenge given by one of our followers. And the question goes like this. Solve for the value of m that satisfies this equation. Square root of m plus 3 over m minus 3 equals m minus 3 over square root of m plus 3. I can pause this video if you want to give this problem a try. Now, suppose you pause this video. Now, let's see if you get the correct answer. Alright, so to answer this question, of course, let's focus on this equation. And then, what we're going to do is to simply cross multiply. And before we cross multiply, take note, this is very important, take note that this m cannot be equal to 3. The reason, 3, if this m is 3, 3 minus 3 is just 0. We don't want the denominator be equal to 0. Also, this m cannot be equal to negative 3. Cannot be equal to negative 3 because negative 3 plus 3 is 0. Square root of 0 is still 0. Also, this m cannot be equal to negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, so on and so forth because square root of a negative number is an imaginary number. And we want a real value for m. Alright, now let's cross multiply. And if we do that, we get square root of m plus 3 multiplied by itself and m minus 3 multiplied by itself. In short, we get something like square root of m plus 3 raised to the power of 2 and m minus 3 raised to the power 2. And take note, square root and squared cancel out nicely. So on the left hand side, we have m plus 3. And on the right hand side, m minus 3 raised to the power of 2. Take note, this is not equal to m squared plus 9. This is not equal to m minus 3 raised to the power of 2 because if we expand a minus b raised to the power of 2, this will give us a squared minus 2ab on the middle term plus b squared. So m minus 3 raised to the power of 2, if we expand this, we get m squared minus 2 times m times 3 plus 3 squared. Wherein this negative 2 times m times 3, this will give us negative 6m. And this 3 squared, this is just 9. Our equation now becomes m plus 3 equals m squared minus 6m plus 9. Now at this point, let's combine like terms. First, let's subtract m on both sides. So this will give us 3 equals m squared minus 7m plus 9. And then subtract 3 on both sides. So this will give us 0 equals m squared minus 7m plus 6. Now, to factor this, notice this 6. This 6 is just negative 6 times negative 1. This is positive 6. And negative 6 plus negative 1, this will give us negative 7. So m squared minus 7m plus 6, we can factor this as follows. M minus 1 multiplied by m minus 6. So let's replace this with its factored form. And since it is equal to 0, again, we can use the 0 property. So we have m minus 1 equals 0 or m minus 6 equals 0. In the first case, we get that m equals 1. And in the second case, m equals 6. Now, these two values of m is possible because this will not make the denominator of this equation equals 0. Also, square root of m plus 3 where m is 1 and m is 6 cannot be a negative number or not a negative number. Alright, but before that, let's check if these values of m really satisfies this equation. Alright, now let's start with m equals 1. So let all m right over here be equal to 1. Next, this 1 plus 3, this 1 plus 3 becomes 4. And this 1 minus 3, this 1 minus 3 becomes negative 2. And this square root of 4 becomes positive 2. And 2 over negative 2, negative 2 over 2, this is simply equal to both negative 1. So m equals 1, sure enough, a solution to our equation. Now, how about if m equals 6? So let's replace all of this m be equal to 6. Next, 6 plus 3, this 6 plus 3 becomes 9. This 6 minus 3, 6 minus 3 becomes 3. And this square root of 9 becomes 3. And 3 over 3, both of them must be equal to 1. So again, sure enough that m equals 6 is also a solution to our equation. Therefore, our answer to this rational equation, solve for the value of m in this equation, square root of m plus 3 over m minus 3 equals m minus 3 over square root of m plus 3. And our answer are m equals 1 or m equals 6. And as always, we are done.